You are listening to Lovely Talks Heavy. Hello everybody, and welcome to Lovely Talks Heavy. I am your host Lovely, and I discuss everything I enjoy with regard to heavy music. A bit of a preemptive apology on this episode, since I was in a bit of a crunch, a scramble, a pinch, if you will, in getting this whole episode together, because I had not actually written out a script for this episode, which is the one thing I always do. So if this seems a bit rambly for this episode, sorry in advance. But yeah, we're in December, having a lot of fun with the Christmas spirit, probably, hopefully, who knows. And I do want to talk about Christmas and heavy metal, or just hard rock in general, but you know, everything with regards to heaviness. Moving on. So, it's in my experience that there's not so much great heavy metal Christmas music or media out there, and I will say this is in part to the fact that I haven't actively sought it out, because Christmas is not one of my top 10 favorite genres of anything. Music, movies, you name it. There are a good handful of songs that are heavy metal and Christmas that I do enjoy. I'll go through some of them right now. One of them being the version of Silent Night by Chuck Billy of Testament and Anthrax. It's so funny because it's a song called Silent Night, but yet it is just so heavy, so thrashy, not calm at all, not gentle at all. It's one of my favorites. Another one of my favorites would have to be the parody of Year Zero by Ghost, which is called Hail Santa by the Wagoner Brothers. It's on YouTube. It's really, really funny. Really, it's something good to listen to if you're in the Christmas spirit. Another one of my favorite heavy metal things, not particularly a song, but it is the episode of Metalocalypse called Deathmas, even though it combines two things I'm not particularly fond of. One, Dr. Roxo. Two, Christmas again. I enjoy the spirit of giving and all that stuff, but the whole genre of it, it's just like, Anyway, so I enjoy Deathmas as an episode because it is really funny, even though it also has a accursed Christmas tree scene, which has just become over memed at this point. And I'm pretty sure if you've been a metalhead for more than like a year, you've probably sick of seeing it by now. Who knows? Maybe it's something that's still funny to you. It's just, at this point, as a Metalocalypse fan, it's just lost its... no, I can't do it. So anyways, those are just a few things that I enjoy with regards to Christmas and heavy music. There's some other stuff out there. There's that Silent Night version by Chuck Billy and Anthrax. Is off a whole album of heavy metal, hard rock, Christmas covers, that sort of thing. So you can check that out if you like. I'm not sure what the entire album is called because I really didn't look beyond that one song that I heard once, let's just say that. So I do want to talk about how I think we need more enjoyable, relatable, funny, and fresh heavy metal Christmas music, because it can only do so much to do a metal cover of a classic Christmas song like Frosty the Snowman. Like, you know, it can only do so much. And hearing the same song in like 5 different tones, versions, vocal styles, what have you, can get exhausting and tiring, possibly. Who knows? So I do want to pitch a few ideas out there to the heavy metal masses. I know metalheads are a talented, skilled bunch, so this is just a few ideas you can work off of if you so choose to pursue this venture in the creation of good, fresh, original, and funny heavy metal Christmas music. Number one being a sort of a tie-in to my love of the my love of the episode Deathmas from Metalocalypse, where when Murderface is trying to pitch a Christmas special, having trouble funding stuff, having trouble coming up with a good original idea for it because he's Murderface and he has a hard time putting stuff together. But hey, it's all good, Murderface. Anyway, so he's having a hard time with that. And at one point in passing, while Nathan is sort of coming up with, like, just thinking about what Murderface could possibly do, Nathan mentions in passing this idea of the Christmas spirit who goes out and kills people. And Murderface wants to take that idea, and I think somebody out there could take that idea. The Christmas spirit going out to kill people. Maybe it could be another Christmas horror movie right up there next to Krampus and, I don't know, Nightmare Before Christmas. I know it's not horror, but it's Tim Burton and he is as edgy as Marilyn Manson at this point. Who knows? That's to say not very edgy at all. It seems very entry level edgy for me. So, but anyways, that's something to think about there. Have the Christmas spirit sort of take on a ghoulish haunting form, a ghostly form, who knows, and just go out and kill people. That's one. Another would be making a parody of the song Jingle Bells, but you flip it. Instead of dashing through the fields in a one-horse open sleigh, you are dashing through the fields of Nephilim, or possibly the sulfur mines of hell. And it's a journey. You know, if you're on a one-horse open sleigh, you're on a journey. Think about it that way. If you're in the sulfur mines of hell, what could you be doing there on this sort of journey? Think maybe Dante's Inferno a bit. Maybe think about taking over the whole place. Or if you just want to make it a more funny, hilarious journey in the style of Tenacious D and the Pick of Destiny, think about it that way too. What are you trying to accomplish here? Another fun idea to take with the heavy metal Christmas spirit would be the idea... Oh, that is... Sorry. I brushed against my papers here. Anyway. So you can take the idea of kids misspelling the name Santa and writing their Christmas wish lists to Satan instead. This could branch off in a couple of different ways. One, Satan actually fulfills these Christmas wishes for these kids because, you know, they're kids, they're pure of heart probably, and they just want some, you know, it doesn't hurt to materialize something nice for them. Give them that iPod Nano Generation 1 they really want. And it also takes the workload off of Santa a bit. You could also think about how maybe Satan really knows that these letters and prayers of that, who knows, I can't think of that monster truck, I don't know, that toy monster truck that kid really wants. These letters aren't really for him, and he's sad about it, and he knows they have to go to Santa. And think about that meeting between him and Santa where they have to give each other mail once a month, where it's like, this is yours, this is yours. Think about it that way. Finally, one idea I think would really, I'm surprised I haven't seen this yet. If it exists, somebody please tell me about it. But this idea of a Christmas song, of a wish list of a metalhead, where they think about, you know, instead of going into Toyland, like where little girls and boys would really enjoy going to, what would be the sort of ideal Christmas scape for a metalhead? If you're a musician, that would probably be in the form of getting a haul of the great guitars with the best, that are just automatically tuned perfectly, or a self-tuning guitar. I'm pretty sure that technology exists, actually, but who knows. Anyways, so maybe getting all these great amps, all this editing and sound equipment. If you're a musician, that would probably be your heaven. or getting endorsed by one of your favorite guitar or instrument brands, or if you're just a metalhead, just think about making somebody, like asking Santa or whoever for your favorite band to make a really great album this year. Maybe they've been really sucking and you just still want to believe they can make good music. Or if you really miss a band that has broken up for whatever reason, maybe they get back together for at least one more tour so you can at least say you've seen them live. Something like that. So that is something to think about. I hope you've enjoyed this episode. I hope it doesn't sound too rambly, because a lot of times when I ramble, I don't think I'm rambling. When I listen back, it's like, oh god, I was rambling way too much. So I try to stay on track and focused because I don't have a script, not even notes in front of me. Oh my god. I try to stay on the one track, and I apologize if I didn't, and I'm just going to go back and edit this to the best of my ability, because I promised this episode for Sunday. Haven't even put it together by Saturday, so this is really me trying to turn in something past the due date. That being said, if you enjoyed this episode of Lovely Talks Heavy, please share it with a friend, spread the word. Every time this podcast hits a new set of ears, it means the absolute world to me. If you want to share your ideas of what would make some really great heavy metal Christmas music or media, honestly, it doesn't have to be just music. It could be something in the form of movies, maybe books, something to that nature. Hit me up on my social media and tell me what you think. On not Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Tumblr, Mixcloud, and YouTube, I'm Lovely Metalhead across the board. No space between Lovely and Metalhead. I think that's everything. I do want to point out that I have decided just in this past weekend that I'm not going to make post episodes, I should say, for Lovely Talks Heavy in these last few weekends of the year, so I can take time to fully recharge, because honestly, as I've mentioned in my previous episodes, work has been kicking my ass. And I want to be able to, have some energy left at the end of the week, and with whatever time I'll have to myself, dedicate that to building up a backlog of episodes come 2018, and just really take this time to enjoy myself, fill myself with the Christmas spirit, even though I've mentioned it's not like that. I have a lot of cards to send out, a lot of gifts to give, let's just say that. So anyways, I'm going to take that, I made that decision, so I'm not going to make the last two episodes of what would be the last two episodes, I should mention, of 2017. So this, in fact, is going to be the last episode of 2017. So I hope you have enjoyed it thus far. I will see you all in 2018. So until the next episode, in the first Saturday of January, you stay brutal, my friends. Bye.